Hey there and welcome on back. It's Wednesday. It means it's time for Bug Out 101. What we're looking at today? Well, lights. You're in the forest at night or anywhere at night. You got to be able to see, right? So let's take a look, shall we? Come along for the journey. So, let's get on with class, shall we? But first, a little bit of syllabus work. As I said, we're talking about lights today. If you're new to the channel, hope you enjoy. Normally we do reviews of knives and bits and pieces of camping gear and survival gear. But we also do these Bug Out 101 classes, help you learn how to put together your own bug out bag in case some emergency comes up and you have to get the hell out of Dodge in a hurry. Not talking about zombie apocalypse now. We're talking about something real that is quite possibly going to happen, like, say, wildfires up in North Carolina and Tennessee a couple years back that were as bad as anything that happens out in California on a regular basis. Hurricanes, if you live down near the coast. Maybe a tornado came through and completely wiped out your town. It's happened. For those of you who have been with us for a while, welcome on back. I'm glad to see you again. Just got one question for you. Have you subscribed yet? No? Why? Simple, man. Just hit that button right down there. It says subscribe. Then you hit the bell next to it. That way you get notified every time I do a new video. That way you don't miss out anything. It's a win-win situation. Win for you because you see everything I come up with. Win for me because, well, let's be honest. The more subscribers I have, the more neat new things I can do videos on. But let's get on here. So, some people are probably going to be a little surprised that I'm doing lights, but let's be honest. If you have to get the hell out of Dodge and you don't make it to wherever you're planning on going that first night and things are bad, you could find yourself without any light. Floyd, perfect example. Hurricane Floyd hit. The idiot who was governor in this state at the time did not reverse lanes on I-26, so people were caught on I-26 trying to make it just to Columbia, a measly hour and a half away from Charleston under normal conditions. 6 hours later, they were still sitting in their cars, not even in Columbia yet, and Hurricane Floyd is hitting them. Thank God it wasn't a bad hurricane. But so what do you do? Or say you're up in the Nantahala Gorge and you've been staying in a cabin and you're on your way home and your car breaks down. No cell phone service. You're not going to call for help. Night's coming on. What do you do? Now, you've always got the fire, of course, that we talked about last time and how to make it. But, you know, sometimes you have to go a little bit before you can get to the fire. So what are you going to do? Kind of need some sort of light. And even once you get to the fire and get things set up, still going to need some sort of light. Now, you got a lot of options. One thing. Okay, looks like one of those night light sticks that kids bend and break. And that's not a bad option either. It at least gives you something. This one is actually battery powered. You turn it. And, of course, I grabbed one with a dead battery in it. But you just turn it and it lights up. And normally it does quite well. I'll have to get a new battery in that one. Cheap, simple little flashlight. Picked this up originally. I'm selling them for $6 to $8. It's fairly bright. I mean, it's only 50 lumens, but that's going to do you plenty of good for getting around. Of course, you can go for something a little bit more expensive or a little cheaper. For instance, here is a Gerber Iris. This one is, again, only about 50 lumens, but it's more than bright enough. And this one is water resistant, so if you drop it in a stream or something like that, no problem. I mean, this sells for 10 to 15 bucks. Easy. You can get them at hardware stores and all sorts of other stores for way less than $10 if you don't really care about quality. Of course, if you're an avid camper or someone like me, you're probably going to want to go for something with a little bit more quality. Maybe you'll want to go for the old style mag lights, the aircraft aluminum handled flashlights that the cops used to carry as a routine and still do in a lot of places. They're almost indestructible. Can't go wrong with them. Personally, I'm kind of fond of Streamlight. Now, these two are much smaller. I mean, this one only uses a single A battery. You see how small that is. Fit in a pocket or anywhere easily. This one is actually the one I keep by my bed at night. Yeah, it's not the cheapest thing out there, but you know what? It is a fantastic flashlight, and this one is, I mean, it'll go for an hour and a half at high, and at high setting, this is what? Yeah, high setting is 100 lumens on this. Medium is down to medium is down to 50 and low is 8. And if you're using it set on the 8 setting, you've got 2 days worth of light out of this thing. Perfect. Of course, you don't really have to go with a flashlight. This is what I've got in my bug out bag. It's a headlight. Yeah, it's got a head strap on it. You just hook it up, fits right on your head, almost like a cap. They make some that are actually designed to clip onto your hat. Reason I like these, it leaves your hands free. Wherever you turn your head, the light's going to go. So if you're trained to do something in the dark, instead of trying to hold your flashlight between your teeth, this lets you put the light right where you need it. Just as long as you're looking at what you're doing, this will give you every bit of light you want. Don't have to go that far either. If you're not comfortable with headlights, or headlamps as they're sometimes called, maybe you want to go for simple lantern. Again, you've got a whole wide range there. This one I picked up for my son from Amazon. It's from Ecticity. The new ones actually have a dimmer switch on them, which the old ones don't. It's simple. Just that's a brilliant amount of light. I think the new ones are running like $30 for a pack of 4. I paid $20. So you got 4 lanterns that are really bright for $20. Hard to go wrong with that. Maybe you want something like this one from UST, Day Duro. Again, it's a very small lantern, but it just does everything you could possibly want and more. You can remove the globe to use it as a flashlight if you wanted. It's got a clip on the back so you can hang it. Maybe you want to go step up. Again, Streamlight. Hang it like this, or come on, you can hang it like this. It's got a red setting. That you can set to flash. a very bright white setting. And by the way, you can take glow off of this as well if you want. And it's got even brighter setting and brighter yet. So mainly this is a lot more expensive than the UST, but it'll work for you just fine. Matter of fact, this is fantastic. You've got collapsible lanterns. This one is the Sprite. As you can see, it collapses down. And again, you've got a green glow instead of a red glow. And that makes it great for a signal line if you're trying to attract attention. It's ridiculously light. And the fact that it collapses down means it doesn't take up a lot of room in your backpack. Or maybe you feel you need both a lantern and a flashlight. I wouldn't blame you at all for that. What happens? Do you really want to carry both? Truthfully, I would. But you don't have to. We got this. It's called a clamp lantern or clamp light. So you've got a little clamp there. It'll clamp onto almost anything you want it to. You can then move it to just about any position you want. You can hang it this way if you don't want to clamp it that way. And it's got extremely bright, flashing, and a flashlight setting. So, yeah, everything you need in one here. The fact is that the whole choice is up to you. But it's definitely something you need. Yeah, I've got rather superior night vision, but I also suffer from something called photophobia. No, I'm not scared of the light. It's just that my eyes are very sensitive to light, which means I have to wear sunglasses when I leave the house. That's just I don't have a choice about that. But as I say, it also means I see much better in the dark. But my daughter and my wife, they try going through woods at night or even just walking up the road without any street lights. They're going to be tripping over every bloody thing in sight. So where do you fall on the spectrum? Are you close to me? Probably not, but you might be. Or are you going to be closer to my daughter and my wife? Ask yourself. And then decide. As I say, if worse comes to worse and everything goes in the toilet, you have to be able to take care of yourself for 3 days. And having light, something you can use to work around the camp with, something you can use if someone gets hurt at night to see what you're doing when you're playing first aid, or even just a signal for that, hey, someone's hurt over here. We need help. Come get us. It's could save your life. So definitely consider that. But how about you? What would you want? You know, it really could be just as simple as a couple candles. And they're cheap. You can pick up candles at the dollar store for pennies on the dollar. Get a couple good, thick pillar candles, and there you go. That would even help with building a fire. Only problem is that they will go out if it gets entirely too windy. Whereas this doesn't care how windy it gets. Again, choice is up to you. It's your money. It's your life. Me, I've got 3 lights in my, well, actually 4 in my pack. I've got a headlight. I've got stream light and protect flashlight. I've got one of these. And I've got this thing. This thing is most likely to be gotten rid of out of the 3 of them if I need to. But still really makes a difference. So what do you think? I'd love to hear what your ideas are. Maybe you know of something I don't. In either case, go ahead and leave your comments down below. And hey, if you want to take pictures of your bug out bag as you're building it, go ahead. Tag it with hashtag TWA bag or hashtag bow bag. That way we'll be able to find it fast. And say, Bo with 5th Column was the guy who got me started on doing this, since he got one of my friends curious and asking me questions. Either way, I hope you found something useful here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you back again next week when we go through this again. Meantime, remember, if you're going to do something, no matter how small or how minor, do it with attitude. Oh wait, I almost forgot something. As always, we got some other stuff for you here. Of course, you can subscribe with this funny little button over here, anytime, anyway. But we've got a link up here to a video you might find interesting. Got a link down here to some of the other bug out videos I've done. Click on through. You might find something you need. But again, you take care now. Bye.